proverb. It says, dig your well before you're thirsty. It means be prepared.
What did you do?
Raj reached out to an individual named Buzz, a man who is much less fortunate than we are, has nothing, no family, no home, no job. But make no mistake, he is no random indigent. This is absurd.
Then prove it. Repeat the line. Come on, Ava, let's do this.
Kill the homeless loser who planted the bomb. Well, did you recognize the voice? Is this the voice of the woman who used you to kill Morgan Corinthos?
So how many nurses did show up for the night shift? I'll call you back. Tim, hey, it's been crazy.
Yeah, my patient 1042 needs his IV changed.
Well, there's nobody here.
Yeah, I can see that. What'd you do, fire the entire nursing staff?
Where are you going?
How am I supposed to sit here and watch a movie while my patients need me? This is crazy.
Hey, you know those fat cats in the General Hospital board? The only way they're going to learn how much you're worth and what you do is if you're not around for a few days. They're going to totally cave. They're going to reverse all the layoffs.
I really hope so.
Think of it this way. It's not like you've abandoned your patients. You do have a patient in your home right now who demands your full attention.
Oh my goodness. Wow, I see you've gotten your strength back.
Because of you.
Seriously?
You don't have to answer.
I do.
Who was here at this hour? Was that your other boyfriend?
Oh, yeah, they're just lining up around the block.
Elizabeth, hi.
Thinking of you. Yes. That should get her interest up.
Hey. Is it, too late for a nightcap?
Back so soon.
Yeah, the meeting was postponed. You're here late. Surprised.
Well, the manager needed to go home early, so I offered to close up.
Well, that was nice of you.
What can I get you?
Something that will clear my guilty conscience, please.
You're still feeling guilty?
Yeah, I agreed to the hospital layoffs.
Look, I'll say it again, Michael. That's not your fault.
Yeah, maybe not. But, everyone who's done something they regret can find a way to blame someone else.
Hell, you bitch.
Sonny? Over. May I go now?
That depends on what the witness says.
I know for a fact that person has never heard my voice before tonight.
You asked to hear number 3 again. Is the voice familiar?
It was her. She's the one that told me to plant the bomb that killed Morgan Corinthos.
And you're sure?
Hearing someone give the order to off me is not something I'm ever going to forget. I'm not a criminal, right? You know, I was told I was to plant a GPS and now people want to kill me?
So for the record, okay, you are certain beyond a reasonable doubt that the woman identified in this vocal lineup, woman number 3, she is the person who was ordered to put the bomb in Julian's car that ultimately led to the death of Morgan Corinthos, yes?
Yes. That was the voice of the woman that wants me dead.
right in that room, isn't she? I gotta get out of here. She can't know that I'm the one that gave her up.
Just calm down, okay? Nobody saw you, Buzz. You're completely anonymous.
She didn't even know that I'm back in town.
No, I promised you. Curtis promised you, right, that I was going to take care of you? I will. Okay? We've got Officer Brody, Peralta. They're going to take you to a safe house. Someone will be with you at all times. Nothing's going to happen to you, Buzz.
What the hell is taking so long? Oh, finally. You delayed me long enough. I have somewhere to be.
You're staying right here.
You have no reason to hold me.
Our witness identified your voice as the one who ordered the hit on the homeless man, Buzz. He swears up and down that you are the mastermind behind Morgan Corinthos' death. Call me when it's done.
So tell me, what's this Buzz character's plan in your game?
He was paid to plant a GPS device under your car.
Instead, he planted a bomb.
Yes, and he started causing trouble when he realized what he'd done, whining about having blood on his hands.
So Jason tracked him down and Buzz talked.
Briefly. But then it got complicated when Buzz left the state. But now he's back. He has straightened out his priorities, and he's helping the police. Or us, depending on how you look at it. Suffice it to say, he's not helping Ava.
He's with the police right now, sinking Ava.
As we speak.
Hey, you can't do this.
I had to do this. I gave you a job to do, to stop Jason Morgan's investigation, and you failed. I had no choice but to do damage control.
So now you're gonna frame Ava, our sister, to take the fall for you.
Maybe now you know how serious I am about taking care of myself and getting my hands on General Hospital.
No, I didn't fire the entire nursing staff. Apparently, the nurses got wind of the layoffs and called a sick out. It's not an official strike, no picket lines or union reps, but basically the hospital's paralyzed.
Yes. How do we care for our patients without nursing care, without their support? Who's going to change the IVs or update these charts?
Well, I guess you just have to do it yourself.
Thank you. That's very helpful.
This day just gets better and better.
It's not too late. If it weren't any later, we'd be in bed. Hey, Franco, I didn't expect to see you here. What are you doing here? I heard rumblings that the nurses were going to stage a sick out at the hospital, so I figured I wouldn't be able to find you at work.
Yeah, it was a tough decision.
No, I understand the nurse's position. I will tell you this, I left the hospital a little while ago, and it was chaotic.
Well, hopefully that means we can quickly come to an agreement with the board.
What do you want? I had prescribed you an anti-inflammatory, and I was hoping to give it to you so you might pass it on, but now that you're here, I can hand it to you directly. This is a house call for little old me. You shouldn't have. You were pretty Pretty beat up when you came in from your from your exquisite lips. Good luck.
Good night.
Goodbye. Well, the guy has totally no personality, but it was very thoughtful of him to bring these over. Of course, he's a priest, so it kind of comes with the territory.
Are we really doing this again?
I agreed to lay off good people who are doing good work. And I tell myself, with the layoffs, the whole hospital will close and everyone will be out of a job. And I wonder if the end justifies the means, you know? I'm sure you never had to ask yourself that question.
I think you're overestimating me. I've made some questionable choices, and I've had to rationalize them.
Well, do you make excuses for yourself?
I mean, that's human nature, you know? We always have to convince ourselves that we're doing the right thing, even if we know it's going to hurt a lot of people.
Yeah, but deep down you know what you're doing isn't right. I gotta go. Looks like things at the hospital go from bad to worse.
Well, try not to be too hard on yourself.
Thank you, and thanks for commiserating. But look, I think whatever's keeping you up at night isn't as bad as you think. I'm sure you had a good reason for your, as you call them, misdeeds. All right, see you later.
Bye, Michael.
To get going.
Yeah, you sure?
Yeah, it's just a lot to process, you know, and I mean, Ava may be responsible for Morgan's death, and if that's the case, then she needs to pay.
Yeah, she will.
And if Jason's right, and Ava didn't do it, that means the murderer is still out there, and I just want to go home right now, and I want to be with Michael and Jocelyn.
No matter how long it takes, we're going to get to the bottom of this.
Yeah. There's just so many questions still.
Yeah. There is. But I can promise you that we'll find the answers.
Witness of yours. He's obviously lying.
The man was vetted. He's a viable witness.
No, he's not. 'Cause I didn't do it. I have no motive. Besides, it's his word against mine. You have no case.
We'll see.
What is going on?
You know, we're gathering evidence. My team is searching your penthouse, your gallery, the herb shop where you met Julian in secret.
There's nothing you can do about that damn hospital tonight. Now, speaking of which, Ava's not going to be able to get a bail hearing tonight. She's going to have to spend the night in jail.
She's been incarcerated before. I am quite sure she will be fine.
Yeah. If you think that some homeless guy's word is going to be enough to pin Morgan's death on Ava, you better watch your back, because they'll be coming after you as soon as he's discredited.
I beg to differ. I have a plan in place that will give the case against Ava a boost.
You get that?
No, this is more important.
What I do?
Don't even try it. Right now, you were overflowing with jealousy. Even Griffin felt it, which made it very awkward and slightly embarrassing. What's wrong with you?
Not a thing. That guy shows up here at this hour, looking like he does, unannounced, and then gives some lame excuse.
Oh, right. Bringing your meds by so you don't suffer. Just what kind of doctor does that?
You know what? I think you're being naive. I do. I think that he came here because he wanted to spend time with you.
Okay, Griffin is not competition. We've been through this.
Does Griffin know that?
I with you. We're together. Why are you so insecure?
Finn, what are you doing?
I dropped the last of the meds that you gave me for the pain, and they went everywhere.
Well, you're still in pain?
Yeah, I'm still in a little pain. With the nurse is gone, it's gonna be a long night. I was wondering if maybe you could give me a refill.
I got your text. All it said was SOS. What's going on?
Look around. What's missing?
Nurses.
Yes, it's a sick out. The nurses have been calling in sick until we promised no layoffs. The phone's been ringing off the hook, and I finally forwarded it to the main operator, but it's not going to really help because people need to get in touch with their loved ones and the nurses and doctors.
Okay, just take a breath. It's fine. We got to get in contact with the nurses. All right, I'll talk to my grandmother, Bobby Spencer. She'll talk.
Michael, Bobby called in sick too.
Let me know how it goes with Michael and Jess.
You going to be here?
Well, I'm thinking of going out for a little bit.
Makes sense. I mean, you've been pinned up here for months.
Yeah.
You must be desperate for a change of scenery.
I like the view here just fine.
All right, Mr. Freeman, where are you going to go?
Well, I'm thinking of visiting Morgan's grave to begin with.
Will you wait till tomorrow? Will you go with me during the day? Please, I just can't stand the thought of you being there alone in the dark.
All right, deal.
Maybe one day it won't hurt so bad. And knowing that the right person is paying for our loss may help. I mean, I know we have to wait until we know if it was Ava or not. So we just wait, right? We just have to wait.
Well, we're just not good at that.
No, but we're going to have to help each other. Deal?
Yeah.
Of taxpayers' money, because you are not going to find one thing that connects me to that bomb. I had nothing to do with it. I did not try to blow up my own brother. This is craziness. It's harassment. For Pete's sake, Sonny almost killed me tonight. Not to mention that he came to my gallery, and shouldn't he be at home under house arrest, not wandering around menacing innocent people? But I'm the one that's here? How fair is that?
All the charges against Sonny Corinthos have been dropped. He's no longer under suspicion for the murder of Morgan Corinthos.
What about trying to murder me?
Can anyone confirm this story, Ava?
Well, Jason Morgan was there. But Garcia would die before he says anything against Sonny.
All right, so the answer's no then. You know what we're going to do? We're going to focus on this investigation and the bomb that killed Morgan Corinthos. You have the wrong person. On the recording, Julian refers to the woman as his sister.
Yes, I heard the recording. Has it ever occurred to you geniuses that maybe he might be using the word sister in some other context?
He clearly refers to the woman as his sister. I don't know what other context that could be.
I don't understand how you could do this to your own sister. I mean, she's family.
Your sentiments for her are really touching.
I remember when we were close like that. If only you hadn't decided to murder me. If only you hadn't decided to murder the man I love.
That's all in the past, Liv. It was a mistake.
Oh, one of so many. It's your own fault that your family is in this mess. I wish I didn't have to use your love for them against you to get you to do what I want.
Liv, you're a part of my family. You're a Jerome. Look, if you could forgive me, if you could stop all this, then, we could be a family again. I mean, if you could truly find it in your heart to make peace, you could have the joy of children in your life and siblings by your side. Liv, you would you would never have to be alone again. It's gonna be a crazy night without the nurses.
Yes, it is. It'll be
Hey, my two favorite doctors.
Hey, Carly.
Hey, have you guys seen my son, Michael? He's on the hospital board now, and there was some kind of problem.
Well, I'm going to tell you, it's going to be a little hard to hear.
Okay. Well, what is it?
Jason's been investigating your brother's death, and he found a recording that implicates Ava.
David killed Morgan.
Sonny, hi. Carly's not here, and the restaurant's closed, obviously.
Yeah, that's the way I like it.
Is there a problem?
Yeah. This.
Well, then where is this coming from? Why don't you think that I'm yours and yours alone? Oh my God. Okay, what? Have I ever given you reason to be jealous?
No. I'm sorry. I am. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make you feel like that. To think that.
Are you unhappy with something
No,
in a relationship? Because if you are, you
Elizabeth,
we need to talk, right?
No, I am happy. I'm more happy than I ever thought possible. I didn't know that well, being with you and knowing that you want to be with me, that's like the greatest thing. That's
Okay, so what are we going to do about this? 'Cause jealousy is a very destructive emotion. Can I help you?
no. It's my thing. It's something that I'll need to work on by myself.
Why don't you have more confidence in yourself? Just ignore it.
No. Please, Elizabeth, answer your phone.
Amy, are you here to clean out your locker?
No, I'm here to help.
David killed Morgan. Was not enough that she completely destroyed his life? She killed my little brother?
I know.
What does Dad know? What did he do?
He broke house arrest, and he went to Ava's gallery to kill her. Jason found him and was able to talk him down.
Okay, that's good. Maybe the last thing Dad needs is get himself implicated in Ava's murder. Did the police know about this recording?
Yeah, I called Jason on the way over here. He gave the recording to Dante, and Dante took Ava into custody.
Okay, now is this recording enough to charge Ava with Morgan's murder?
I'm not sure. The crazy thing is, Jason's not convinced that the sister on the recording is Ava.
The search team was sent to Ava's gallery, penthouse, and the herb shop and back.
And they found nothing, so I can go.
What they found is in the lab, getting processed. Should have answers back any minute. There is one thing they found that doesn't need to go to the lab.
What is this?
It's a lease agreement from the herb shop, Asian Quarter, where the recording of you and Julian was made. That's your signature.
I would have loved to have been part of your family. To get to know my sister. I could have been that eccentric aunt that comes to the door with armloads of toys and a song on her lips.
Exactly. So do it. Seriously, just let go of that resentment. Okay? That lust for revenge. And if we can finally get together and be a family again, that's what you want.
You're forgetting that Alexis and your whole family loathe and despise you because you tried to kill Alexis.
These are all things that you forced me to do. You.
deserved it.
And does Ava deserve to go down for killing Morgan?
Why not? She's avoided punishment for so many of the crimes she actually did commit. Why not let her take the fall for this one of mine? I have years and years ahead of me, and lots of life to make up for.
You said there's a recording of Julian talking to his sister. That has to be Ava.
I agree, but Jason said there are so many things that just don't make sense.
Like what?
Okay, well, we always believed there was a woman in charge, a woman calling the shots, but Jason was never able to get any information on her. And when he was finally able to tail Julian to a meeting with her, the audio was bad. He got a picture, but they couldn't see her face, just hair, and it was blonde.
That sounds a lot like Ava to me.
I know, but supposedly there are other elements, like there's some kind of involvement with an Asian quarter that doesn't connect to Ava. And why would they have a secret meeting? They live together.
Probably to give them both deniability.
I don't know. I just know that Ava is in police custody and the police are investigating.
She's been in custody before. I want to believe in the system, I do, but if she finds another technicality, another way to get away with it, like her brother did when he killed Duke.
Hey, she won't.
So how can you be so sure?
Because your father promised me that if Ava is responsible for the bomb that killed Morgan, she will pay.
Is that mine? I had no idea. Where did you find it?
In my bed, where you left it.
Did Carly see it?
No.
Oh, thank God. Again, I am so sorry. I had no idea that I forgot it.
You didn't forget it. You planted it when you went to get the tax documents from Morgan's foundation. So basically, you use Morgan's death as an excuse to go into the room, plant this, so Carly would see it. You were setting me up. That's a problem for me. And you know how I solve problems?
I've never signed any lease. What is this? What?
I've never even been to an herb shop in the Asian Quarter. Jordan, I'm telling you, somebody is setting me up.
Who?
I don't know. But Julian, he's made vague references to somebody else being in charge. He's been worried about the safety of his family.
Is that so? He never mentioned that when he was here.
Then bring him back.
We're going to talk to Julian again. Don't you worry.
Maybe it's the PCPD that's setting me up. Maybe you're behind that fake piece. After all, your brother-in-law, Curtis, he showed up at my gallery today, pretending to be interested in buying a piece of art.
He did.
Well, maybe he was there to plant evidence, so you could haul me in for a crime I didn't commit.
Team lifted DNA from the martini glass found at the herb shop. It's Ava's.
You ruined everything with Jason Morgan. I can't afford to have you ruin anything else for me, Julie.
What exactly are you going to do?
Hey, what are you looking for?
Look at this mess. One of my patients needs an IV. I don't even know exactly where the nurses keep it.
Okay, here. I know.
Thanks.
Did you see Dr. Bradshaw?
I don't have the time. I got 3 patients right now. I'm not going to bother them during this chaos.
Well, if your back is in as much pain as you say, we may need to do more than medicate it.
You're probably right.
Here. Who's the patient? All right, I'll get the IV taken care of for you.
Thanks.
You're offering to help? In what way? You're no longer on staff here.
Oh, I'm all too aware. But as soon as I heard that the other nurses were out sick, I knew that the patients would still need care.
And you thought of a way to get your job back.
From what I can see, you need all the help you can get.
True. I think we can work something out since we're so short-handed.
Well, instead, there's a part that I don't understand here. Dad was wearing an ankle monitor. How was he able to get to Ava's gallery without alerting the police?
One of his associates was able to remove the ankle monitor without triggering the alarm.
So no one knows.
Dante knows. Dante showed up and found the monitor. I begged him not to turn your dad in, and he didn't. And when the commissioner showed up, Sonny was back and had the monitor back on his ankle.
Close call?
Too close. Yeah. When Jordan left, I didn't know if I wanted to kiss Sonny or beat him.
Yeah. No offense, Mom. That's basically a normal day for you.
I know. But the important thing is, your father is not going to trial, and he has his life back.
Why are you attacking me? I hate that we slept together, but really, I didn't do anything all that wrong. You know, you're the one that cheated on your wife.
I made a drunken mistake. You planted this bra in my bed. You were not the innocent little sweet thing you pretend to be.
What are you gonna do to me?
The hospital, I don't care about these other patients. Just...
That's it? 'Cause you kind of scared me right now.
Sorry. Hey, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I was such a jerk when Father Griffin was here.
You know, someday you're gonna have to tell me why you see other men as a threat to your happiness.
Someday. But not tonight.
My patients need me. The other nurses can hate me and shun me all they want, but I'm not going to stay at home on a sick out while people suffer.
Okay. You're rehired.
I want it in writing that I'm back on the payroll for good. I'm not a part of the 30% being let go, and I never will be.
Theo.
Appreciate the assist. Hey, is there any reason your hands are so unsteady?
Blood sugar's crashing. I just need to eat. Thanks again.
Hey, sorry. How you doing? I'm sure you have your hands full with the nurses out.
Yeah, I feel terrible that it's come to this, and Finn went off on me before, which really isn't like him. Did he say anything about it, like what's bothering him, other than not having any support staff?
You're asking the wrong person. If you want to know what's going on with Finn, you should talk to him.
Isn't trying to kill me and framing Ava enough for you? I mean, Liv, you have done so much damage to my life right now. I mean, what more could you possibly do?
You may go.
Tell me, Liv.
Good night, Julian. Sleep well.
The only way my DNA could have ended up in a shop, which I've never been to, is if somebody planted it there. Please, Julian can clear this up. Would you bring him back in?
David Jerome,
What?
you're under arrest for the murder of Morgan Corinthos. You have the right to remain silent.
You are in way over your head, little girl. You are making yourself my enemy. You know what happens to my enemies?
I didn't do anything. Quiet.
I don't want you anywhere near my house. Ever. If I see you anywhere near my house for any reason, you're gonna have to deal with the consequences. Are we clear? If you do anything to jeopardize my family, if you do anything to jeopardize Carly's happiness, I will make you go away. And it's not as simple as taking a job in Atlanta. You understand me?
I understand. I'm really, really sorry.
You went too far this time, Dell. Next time it's over for you.
Well, hey, I'm glad you and Dad are finding your way back. I know that's what Morgan would want.
Yeah. You know, there are going to be good days and bad days. Someday, your father and I will be able to, you know, look up at a star and believe that Morgan's a part of the universe.
Under no circumstance should Carly know that we had sex. You gotta get yourself together, and if you see her, you can't say anything, you understand?
I am keeping it together, Sonny. So I can tell Carly everything.
On the next General Hospital.
Happy Valentine's Day. And I'm really hoping that you and Maxie can put all this in the past.
Come on.
Only if you will be my Valentine.
The cops think that I killed Morgan.
I sanctioned Valentine's assassination.
This proverb says, dig your well before you're thirsty. It means be prepared.
What did you do?
Raj reached out to an individual named Buzz, a man who is much less fortunate than we are, has nothing, no family, no home, no job. But make no mistake, he is no random indigent. This is absurd.
Then prove it. Repeat the line. Come on, Ava, let's do this.
Kill the homeless loser who planted the bomb. Well, did you recognize the voice? Is this the voice of the woman who used you to kill Morgan Corinthos?
So how many nurses did show up for the night shift? I'll call you back. Finn, hey, it's been crazy.
Yeah, my patient 1042 needs his IV changed.
Well, there's nobody here.
Yeah, I can see that. What'd you do? Fire the entire nursing staff? Where are you going?
How am I supposed to sit here and watch a movie while my patients name me? This is crazy.
Hey, you know those fat cats in the General Hospital board? The only way they're going to learn how much you're worth and what you do is if you're not around for a few days. They're going to totally cave. They're going to reverse all the layoffs.
I really hope so.
Think of it this way. It's not like you've abandoned your patients. You do have a patient in your home right now who demands your full attention.
Oh my goodness. Wow, I see you've gotten your strength back.
Because of you.
Seriously?
You don't have to answer it.
I do.
Who was here at this hour? Was that your other boyfriend?
Oh, yeah, they're just lining up around the block.
Elizabeth, hi.
thinking of you.
Yes. That should get her interest up.
Hey. Is it, too late for a nightcap?
Back so soon.
Yeah, the meeting was postponed. You're here late. Surprised.
Well, the manager needed to go home early, so I offered to close up.
That was nice of you.
What can I get you?
Something that will clear my guilty conscience, please.
You're still feeling guilty?
Yeah, I agreed to the hospital layoffs.
Look, I'll say it again, Michael. That's not your fault.
Yeah, maybe not. But, everyone who's done something they regret can find a way to blame someone else.
Hell, you bitch.
Sonny?
May I go now?
That depends on what the witness says.
I know for a fact that person has never heard my voice before tonight.
You asked to hear number 3 again. Is the voice familiar?
It was her. She's the one that told me to plant the bomb that killed Morgan Corinthos.
And you're sure?
Hearing someone give the order to off me is not something I'm ever going to forget. I'm not a criminal, right? You know, I was told I was to plant a GPS and now people want to kill me?
So for the record, okay, you are certain beyond a reasonable doubt that the woman identified in this vocal lineup, woman number 3, she is the person who was ordered to put the bomb in Julian's car that ultimately led to the death of Morgan Corinthos, yes?
Yes. That was the voice of the woman that wants me dead. She's right in that room, isn't she? I gotta get out of here. She can't know that I'm the one that gave her up.
Just calm down, okay? Nobody saw you, Buzz. You're completely anonymous.
She can't even know that I'm back in town.
No, I promised you. Curtis promised you, right, that I was going to take care of you? I will. Okay? We've got Officer Brody, Peralta. They're going to take you to a safe house. Someone will be with you at all times. Nothing's going to happen to you, Buzz.
What the hell is taking so long? Oh, finally. You delayed me long enough. I have somewhere to be.
You're staying right here.
You have no reason to hold me.
Our witness identified your voice as the one who ordered the hit on the homeless man, Buzz. He swears up and down that you are the mastermind behind Morgan Corinthos' death.
Call me when it's done.
So tell me, what's this Buzz character's plan in your game?
He was paid to plant a GPS device under your car.
Instead, he planted a bomb?
Yes, and he started causing trouble when he realized what he'd done, whining about having blood on his hands.
So Jason tracked him down and Buzz talked.
Briefly. But then it got complicated when Buzz left the state. But now he's back. He has straightened out his priorities, and he's helping the police. Or us, depending on how you look at it. Suffice it to say, he's not helping Ava.
He's with the police right now, sinking Ava.
As we speak.
Hey, you can't do this.
I had to do this. I gave you a job to do. To stop Jason Morgan's investigation, and you failed. I had no choice but to do damage control.
So now you're gonna frame Ava, our sister, to take the fall for you.
Maybe now you know how serious I am about taking care of myself and getting my hands on General Hospital.
No, I didn't fire the entire nursing staff. Apparently, the nurses got wind of the layoffs and called a sick out. It's not an official strike, no picket lines or union reps, but basically the hospital's paralyzed.
Yes. How do we care for our patients without nursing care, without their support? Who's going to change the IVs or update these charts?
Well, I guess you just have to do it yourself.
Thank you. That's very helpful.
This day just gets better and better.
It's not too late. If it were any later, we'd be in bed. Hey, Franco, I didn't expect to see you here. What are you doing here? I heard rumblings that the nurses were going to stage a sick out at the hospital, so I figured I wouldn't be able to find you at work.
Yeah, it was a tough decision.
No, I understand the nurse's position. I will tell you this, I left the hospital a little while ago, and it was chaotic.
Well, hopefully that means we can quickly come to an agreement with the board.
What do you want? I had prescribed you an anti-inflammatory, and I was hoping to give it to you so you might pass it on, but now that you're here, I can hand it to you directly.
This is a house call for little old me. You shouldn't have.
You were pretty beat up when you came in from your
from your exquisite lips.
Good luck.
Good night.
Goodbye.
Well,
the guy has totally no personality, but it was very thoughtful of him to bring these over. Of course, he's a priest, so it kind of comes with the territory.
Are we really doing this again?
I agreed to lay off good people who are doing good work. And I tell myself, with the layoffs, the whole hospital will close and everyone will be out of a job. And I wonder if the end justifies the means, you know? I'm sure you never had to ask yourself that question.
I think you're overestimating me. I've made some questionable choices, and I've had to rationalize them.
Well, do you make excuses for yourself?